should know her name. Too focused, she focused on her. Girl, you should know her name. Up late, grinding hard, she's a star. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. Don't you know her name? It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. Or just Paris, she's telling you won't heal my body, only soothe my body. All in the soap, all in the soap. Give me one of these. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams. It's Paris, Miss Williams.
All right. What's up, y'all? Okay. So today we have an amazing show. Tarot and tea talk, baby. And we got tea, okay? We got the tea. We got the tea energetically. We got tea physically, okay? So get your teacups, get everything together because we're about to have a tea talk, baby. We're about to have a tea talk. All right. Featuring 𝖎𝖓𝖋, all right? Get used to her because she is going to be around, okay? God's willing. Okay, so let me just do a little advertisement before we get into it. This is our, you see, I switched it up. I had to do it over, okay? So this is our Patreon exclusive by Saturn's Daughter, Patreon, Saturn's Daughter 47. We have a $7 tier and we have a $10 tier, okay? And I also fix this up, improve your skincare, natural skincare products, all vegan, handmade, mother recipes, also herbs are hands picked, okay? And if you've been following me, you know that I also show love to the local farmers that have been holding it down. Use the QR code. It does work, okay? Go check it out, all right? It gets you straight to the website. So I'll just leave that there for 1, 2. Okay, I'm moving on. Then, of course, you know that I came out with the Breaking Barriers Journal for emotional and mental growth. And it has been doing really, really well on the website. People have been loving up on it. I've been waking up to plenty of orders of this ebook. So definitely check this out. It's on my website. And we have our masterclass, which me and 𝖎𝖓𝖋 will be hosting. Okay, 𝖎𝖓𝖋 will be a guest on the show. Okay, this is a beginners to intermediate. Fuck it, everybody's included. If you want it, let's go. Okay, because you never are. You. Let me tell you something. We are all learning. Okay, tarot is something here that you are going to learn. All right. It's going to be a guided interpretations, January 18th, 2025, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know why I just had a little brain fart just now. And we have here Brother King Simon. Go check his channel out. King Simon Presents. We have here King Simon Productions, okay, with his amazing books. I have all the books besides the first book, which I'm still going to be getting. I thought I put this on. Sorry. Yes. And with that being said, I am your host, Paris Williams. Okay, let me go to the chat. I see a lot of you guys. Hi, Mercury. What's up, baby? Patreon in the house. Okay, holding it down. All right, so I'm going to bring up our guest, 𝖎𝖓𝖋. 1, 2, 3, 4, baby. Tarot in the motherfucking house. What's going on here, guys?
How you doing? Yes, we are here. Tarot and talk.
Yes.
Got my teacup ready.
Yes, I got my teacup. Okay.
Yes.
So how you feeling? What you drinking in that tea today?
Girl, what do I have? I have mango ginger and I have some red rooibos tea mixed in with it. So it's good.
Mango ginger, come through.
Yes. What you got?
I don't even know. I don't remember. Oh, I got my friend Ra, he had sent me some fresh lemongrass from Alabama. So I chopped up some of the lemongrass, and then I added what this called? This is called honeysuckle. Yeah. So lemongrass and honeysuckle. And it's just basically to help with the immune system and to break down that mucus. Because it's that time of the year, right, where people are getting sick.
Definitely. I'm over this weather already. It just started.
Right. You know, shit. I'm trying to get over this. Every time I feel like I'm getting better, it's like more things just keep on popping up.
Yep. We gotta stay healthy out here. Just to keep on
healthy.
Yeah. All righty.
Okay, so let's get into it here.
I got my notes ready. Let's do this.
Today is the new moon. Can you want to break that down for us a little bit?
Yes. So we're in a new moon in Sagittarius, which is beautiful energy. Sagittarius is all about like that courage and going out there and like breaking whatever barriers you may have around you and pushing yourself like to that next level. So that's what this energy is calling for all of us to do, to be courageous, to push ourselves, to, go further in our skills and our understandings of everything and just pushing ourselves. I really do. You see Sagittarius, he's like that, that half horse, half man. So it's like, you want to be somewhere, so you got to get there, right? So that's that energy with Sagittarius. If you want to be somewhere, get there and be fearless about it. But yeah, when I was doing my research, a lot of the things that basically it was speaking about with Sagittarius energy is like having that new perspective, that fresh start to something, wanting to do something, do it today, do it now, and experience it. Exploring new skills that you may have and educating yourself, like higher learning, spiritual learning, all types of things. And again, with the limits that we set upon ourselves and the limits of just what's happening around us in our world, breaking past those bonds, which you speak about a lot, breaking the bonds. So, that's important during the season to do that. It's a fresh start to do so. And a few other things I saw about it that I found interesting was the crystals. Amethyst, that usually deals with your intuition, but you're seeing where you're going, right? So you have a vision for yourself. That amethyst is going to help you to bring that to life. The citrine is going to give you that courage. It's an orange stone. It's like for your sacral solar plexus chakras. That's going to give you, all of that. And then the lapis lazuli gives you that courage to speak up for yourself. Because Sagittarius doesn't necessarily hold their tongue. They say what they got to say. So with that Sag energy, if you go, how you gonna say? If you talk about it, be about it.
Yo, not to cut you off, I wanted to just stop you right there. There was a few things that you had said, right? So I'm gonna just piggyback off of what you had said, even down to the crystals, right? So the other day, I saw one of my friends on Instagram, and he went to like a crystal show. And the crystal show, I saw all these damn skulls, like the crystal skulls, and I love skulls. So I noticed when I went on one of the shop, he sent me one of the stuff. He was like, "Listen, this is one of the people that sell the skulls." This shit was like $400. I was like, "No, I don't got $400 for that. Not for that." Damn. So I went on good old Amazon, and I thought I was doing something right. Tell me about this. I'm gonna show y'all. So I got this little ass skull came in. This shit was like $50. It's citrine.
Oh, okay. There you go.
No, that's so funny. You said citrine. That's why my mouth dropped, because I'm just like, like, even though it's small, it feels really good. It feels really good. And I literally had it on one of my altars, and I brought it over here. So the fact that you said citrine is that a Sagittarius stone?
I'm not actually sure what Sagittarius stone is. Does anybody in the comment know what the Sagittarius?
I'm about to Google it. Hey Siri. What is Sagittarius crystal stones?
The birthstone.
Yeah, I should have said. Hey Siri. All right, she ain't listening. I'm gonna just Google that shit. She ain't working.
She acting up. She don't want to be cooperative.
birthstone.
But look, while you do that, I'm gonna just say a few other things.
Yeah.
Things basically during this new moon cycle, which it lasts like about what 3 days for the new moon, 3 days before, 3 days after. So it's like telling yourself, saying yes to doing something new is going to be very important for all of us. Doing something different out of our normal routine, and really writing out what our ideals and goals are. What do we see ourselves moving forward into the future, so that we can actually start to plan it out.
Let me write that down. So, can you go back to what you said? You said writing goals, and what else you said?
Saying yes to doing something new, or
Doing
pushing
something
yourself
new.
past your boundary.
Okay. So everybody needs to set new goals. It's so funny. I was on the phone with Brother King Simon, and he was just talking about like some
Shout
of
out to
this.
King Simon.
Right. Shout out to Brother King Simon. Some of the stuff that he got going on for 2025. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna write down the people that I want to work with in the next few years. And I put down a few heavy hitters, and I'm not going to say that I'm not worthy, because it's possible. It's possible. I've written things down and them shits happen like this, but it's not about just writing it down. It's about doing the work. So similar to what you said about just Sagittarius season, about us doing the work, doing what we have to do. So, the crystals for Sagittarius is turquoise. We have here jade. We have here garnet, blue lace agate, malachite, amethyst. And I see Mercury had said citrine is one of them. And then she also had pulled out labradorite, lapis lazuli, turquoise, amethyst, aventurine, and tourmaline. Very interesting.
That tourmaline move you.
Let me tell you something. I got tourmaline right here.
Yeah,
I got tourmaline right here. I always have tourmaline by the tarot station. Always.
Mine is somewhere, but yes, I don't play with it. I love mine.
It's just these stones specifically is just so powerful. I have a labradorite slab underneath my pillow, and it's like so good for me. Like sometimes I even like hold it while I'm going to sleep. I love labradorite so much. It's so beautiful. I love that stone.
I've been doing that with my amethyst, so I get it. I put it right under my pillow. I've been dreaming better, actually. I've been just sleeping better overall. Feeling relaxed when I go to lay down. It helps. Use your stones, guys. Use your crystals.
Yeah,
Make sure you activate them.
amethyst helped me through some shit, man. When I used to drink heavily, like I've had friends. I had a Scorpio friend. We used to get hammered at the bars, and every time I got too fucked up, she always threw amethyst in my bag, and I got home safe. I don't know how the hell I got home, but that amethyst guided me.
Yes,
because it helps you too. Like it helps you sober up. The amethyst.
Yeah, they'll absorb the energy they need to absorb from you. Yes, definitely. That's why you have to cleanse them. And the new moon is actually a good time to cleanse your crystals. If you guys have them, put them out in the moon and just let them be blessed by the moon.
So you hear that, you guys? I hope you're taking some notes. I know I did. So this is the time right now, definitely today to set some intentions, set some goals for yourself, okay? Doing something new. Very interesting as well, right? So I was on earlier, I did Scorpio's reading, and like Scorpio's reading spoke about like not like don't move too fast. Similar to like these past few days, it's been a lot of like don't say things like think before you speak type energy, right? And so like I definitely have had a time where I felt that, like today I had kind of, what's the word? I had said something to one of my friends. He's an Aquarius, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you later. Have a good day. And he was like, oh, you don't have to be so passive aggressive, right? So I looked that up. I looked up passive aggressive, and I'm like, oh shit, I am being passive aggressive.
Yeah,
I
listen.
am. And I
Sometimes we
had
gotta get called out on our stuff to see
right,
it.
and I even, you know what, like that was like he pulled it underneath the rug. Like I had to call him back, and I was like, you know what, like you have me sitting here like really taken back, because sometimes we're so used to doing certain things, and maybe some friends are okay with like they know your personality, so they're just like whatever, that's Paris,
But
that's how
they
she
don't,
moves.
yeah, they don't think
But
about
it
it too
doesn't
hard.
mean that that's okay. It
Definitely.
doesn't
And
mean that
that's us
being
pushing past
passive
our
aggressive is
barriers.
okay.
Yeah, that's us pushing past our barriers, though. You knowing that these things are there, and then when they're pointed out, it's about how you receive that criticism. Because you could have took that as a bad thing,
No,
but
I
it's
mean
like, you know what?
I didn't. And he
Yeah.
didn't say it. He didn't say it rude.
Okay.
He said it very nice. He was just like, okay. He listened to me, and then he said, you don't have to be passive aggressive though. And I just said, and I was like, let me Google that. And then we on the phone, I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, that was a very passive aggressive statement. And I also had to, because let me just look up what passive aggressive means. Um,
Yeah.
because it's true. Passive aggressive meaning.
And we're going to talk about other transits today, Mars retrograde being one of them. And that was one of the things that I saw. It was think before you act. So the fact that you're saying that energy is coming up, we have to do that. We have to think
Stop playing.
before we act, before we think. Think before you think.
Hold the hell up. Hold on.
Yeah.
So passive aggressive behavior, it says here, characterizing in a direct resistance to demands of other in avoidance or direct confrontation. So, you know, I took it as like I was being avoidant, you know. Sometimes
Yeah.
we don't want to something here makes us feel comfortable, and so before you get hurt or before something here happens, you kind of go into that passive aggressive type of attitude and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
you really don't mean it, but you're just trying to protect
It's a
yourself.
normal response. It becomes so natural to us. So yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I get it. So we want to pull some energy for this
Yes.
this new moon attached.
Let's okay, so we could do oracle. I'll pull some surrender cards since we spoke about just like that, you know, that was very on point. So I'll pull 3 cards, and then, you know, Aqua, you could definitely pull 3 cards for this new moon. So this is going to be for the new moon. What is it
Sagittarius.
in? Okay, new moon Sagittarius. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get 3 cards here. New moon and Sagittarius here. Oh my God. Stop with spirit. Stop the shit. Okay. So the first one I got is surrender your attachments to results.
Nice.
It says here the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. The second one is surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past, that you can own your power and soar in your life. And then the last one is surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy.
I love it. I love it. This energy here that just flew out is just like so on point. It's almost like it's in it's in total alignment. What you're saying, you got to surrender out, breaking out of those barriers and not attaching ourselves to things so tightly. You know, leave room for the unexpected. But yeah, I got here. I pulled out an oracle card too. I got the solar plexus light upgrade, and I did speak about this with the citrine, right? So that energy is definitely here with the solar plexus, and it says inner fire and willpower. So that's going to be energy that's important to us to break free, to really elevate ourselves at this time, right? Pushing that power from within us outward to be successful. And I got the moon, the judgment card, and the world card. So it's like things have to end, things have to change. We have to come out of the shadows, right? And when we come out the shadows, we may see some things in the light with this judgment card that we're not ready for. But the world card is saying there's no turning back. I've been getting this energy recently for a lot of signs of like we're at a point of no return. We have to only move forward. There's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing to think about over and over again. You've already thought about all the outcomes. It's time to get active.
Yeah, and it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. Like when you realize that, you know, you've been comfortable in a certain life, like you've been comfortable in something, and you know, Sagittarius rules expansion. It's about traveling and in foreign language and foreign, right? The world, exactly. So it comes right and exact, you know, because that's what we need to do, is to expand. We need to expand. So talking about that, we have Venus in Aquarius transit, you guys, which will be from December 7th to January 2nd. And I had taken down some notes, so just pardon me, okay? Venus in Aquarius transits brings unique, liberating, and unconventional energy to relationships, okay? Values and finances. Aquarius, being an air sign, emphasizes freedom, individuality, and innovation. Here's what to expect during this transit. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Put them teacups in the motherfucking chat if you are ready for this information, baby. Okay, let's take a little sippity sip before I get into it. All right. You know, I was just thinking before I get into it, we need to get like one of them little, like a phone or something like that, so people could be able to chime in on the phone or something like that. They could call in and talk about certain things. Thank you, guys. Thank you for putting the teacups up.
I like that. I like that idea. Yes. Get more interaction.
Or at least like a Google phone line so people could be able to call us.
Yep.
All right. So let me get into it. Unconventional relationships. Okay. Unconventional relationships. Okay. What does unconventional relationships mean to you guys? Desire for freedom and non-traditional connections. Okay. People may feel drawn to unique, intellectual, or eccentric individuals, right? New forms of partnerships may emerge, such as open or long distance relationships. Oh, baby, I got the tea on that, man. I got the tea on that.
Okay. Let's get it. Let's see.
Okay. Innovation in finances and creativity, which is something that Aqua had spoke about. So innovation in finances and creativity is being highlighted at this time, okay? A fresh perspective of financial matters, favoring collaborative or tech-driven approaches. So using AI will be really, really good, okay? Using new apps, right? Like I literally just downloaded this app. I actually paid for the app. Hi, Color Curiosity.
Hey,
So let's
how you
see you,
doing?
honey. Okay. Creative pursuits become more experimental and futuristic. Yes, it is. How many of us can say we're ready to kind of dive more into the futuristic, experimenting, into our brands and you know, and really diving more into ourselves. One of our friends from Patreon, she just, you know, shout outs to Mercury Water, she just posted her first video, you know, that is doing something new, that's futuristic, that is social media, right? A focus on community-based and humanitarian investments, really, really good. So this will be a perfect time, right, to do more collective, collaborative things, right? This is the time where people are giving away things for Thanksgiving, right? People giving out turkeys, people's throwing away things or giving it to the Salvation Army. This is the perfect time to also do something here that makes you feel really good. Focus on friendships and community. Love and affection may center around platonic relationships and group activities, right? Romantic relationships may adopt a more friendship-like dynamic, valuing mutual respect and space, right? Because we know our Aquariuses love their space, baby. They love their space. Shit, you better give them their motherfucking space, because they will tell you, listen, I need some space. Okay, but maybe they won't tell you that, and you're gonna have to appreciate and respect the space of Aquariuses, because
we come back.
so me, they either are going to respond, or they're gonna respond what they want to, and you're gonna have no choice but to respect it or get the fuck out the way. Okay, I'm almost done. Detachment and independence. Okay, so hello. All right, we have to stop being so controlling about the way that we want things to be, and we have to give stuff time. We have to give stuff time. We can't be so caught up in trying to be so obsessive or trying to like control people. Definitely at this time. Independence. A need for space in relationships. Wow, look, possessiveness and jealousy won't be tolerated. All right. And listen, I have heavy Capricorn placements, so I instantly I'm a little possessive. I'm possessive with things. I'm working on it each and every day. Even down to my numbers is a number 8. Number 8 is Capricorn energy. That's a possessive card too. It's possessive energy. People may reevaluate connections, letting go of those that feel restrictive. So at this transit right now, you guys might start looking at relationships differently, right? You might start looking at things. You probably like, listen, this relationship is asking a little bit too much, or I don't really like how this person here makes me feel, you know, and it doesn't serve you no more. Okay, social awareness and activism. This is a perfect time for everybody. If you want to start putting out content, go ahead. If you want to come out with a business LLC, or even something here where you're going to be doing something here for the community, this is the time. Okay, social awareness and activism is on a high. So I'm definitely predicting that we're going to be seeing a lot of people protesting. I know that Amazon started protesting here. Let me write that down, because I know we're going to do some tarot on that. But social awareness and activism, you know, Walmart had their little shenanigans going on as well. So we're going to be seeing a lot of people basically being very aware and willing to kind of like take it to the next level. Okay, greater focus on collective well-being, diversity, and social progress. So at this time, some people are basically wanting to see some type of progress. So you're going to be seeing a lot of solution-based things happening. Okay, you might see somebody here come out with an invention to, you know, for something to help in some type of way, shape, or form. Love for humanity may take precedence over personal romances. Okay. All right. So I got tips for navigating this transit. Embrace change, right? Try new things and love creativity, even if this feels outside of your comfort zone. I definitely have felt that today, even though this doesn't hit until December 7th, but this is just before it happens. Communicate clearly. Balance independence with emotional connections. Make sure loved ones don't feel neglected. Focus on community. Collaborate and engage in like-minded groups for sense of purpose. And last but not least, stay open-minded. Be receptive to unconventional opportunities in love and finances. Aquaman, how do you feel about this, honey?
Well, I could say that the common theme I heard throughout the Venus and Aquarius is basically Because Venus is all about love. Aquarius, not to say we don't love, but we the brain. We think about things. So it's like really falling in love with your own yourself and yourself within the community. Right? Like you said, the social injustices, things, an uprising could happen. But that's literally because it's out of, your love for wanting to see something change, right? For having some sort of improvement. So this is like love that takes us somewhere. It's not just in the moment, it takes us into the future. So I like that. I love it.
Yeah. There's a few things that hit me. Like I said, I definitely feel like what I kept on here was unconventional.
Yes.
Unconventional.
Aquarius, because Aquarius is the future.
Yeah. And so I feel like, people are going to have to really start opening up their minds to different, maybe even, I know like lately on TikTok, for some reason, I've been seeing a lot of like the African sisters speaking more about polygamy and like how they, how do they live? And I've been seeing a lot of like the African sisters like showing how they live and stuff like that, which is interesting here because it's, Sagittarius season. And like we said, it's about foreign lands, foreign language, traveling and seeing other stuff. So I've been seeing a lot of the African sisters advocating for polygamy and breaking it down in a more very healthy way. I feel like people in America, when we think about polygamy or anything that's not monogamous, we think it's like, so it has to be this dramatic, like, oh, this person here is like have 2 or 3 partners and they're just like having these orgies and stuff like that. And it's more than just like that, it's a business. It's community, right? It's unconventional, but it's definitely something here that can work depending on all the partners that's in.
Yes. You have to know your place within the whole, as much as we are a part of the collective world and everything, we are ourselves. So we have to be ourselves within that and make sure that we fit just as much as that fits for us. So
do you think, before we start pulling cards, do you think like with this transit as well, like do you think that there's going to be like more awareness of like different types of like ways to love, right? It also spoke about long distance. I'm actually talking to somebody here that's long distance. It's very weird for me. I don't really like long distance, to be honest. I don't but it's definitely cool. It's all right. How do you feel about and this is just a conversation, you guys, all right? You guys could definitely comment in the comments down below to let us know what you think about these type of conversations. But how do you think about, like, what do you think about monogamy? Do you feel like monogamy is very selfish? Do you think that it can work definitely in this day and age as we are in this age of Aquarius?
So with Aquarius energy, it's always about the authenticity of something, right? Even on the tarot deck, the star card, she's naked. So when you naked, it's just like be who you are. It's not about polygamy is correct, monogamy. What feels right for you? Some people, I've seen some strange things. They have all types of shows where people fall in love with inanimate objects and all types of things. So, love can be whatever it is that you make it, as long as it's healthy, as long as it's not hurting anyone else, it's not hurting yourself. I feel like it's whatever you make it. Literally. Because I know some people who try different things and they say, hey, nothing works for me. I don't want to be committed. I just want to live and enjoy. Other people want to be committed and other people make sacrifices. So it's all about what you're willing to accept and not accept.
I agree. That was a perfect way to really like analyze it, you guys. And maybe that's something here that you guys can personally think about. Like, what do you see yourself like with this Venus in Aquarius and unconventional love and unconventional like stuff going on? Like, what do you see yourself doing in the near future? Definitely when it comes down to your love.
I just got even our it's maybe a little explicit, but even our fetishes. Like sometimes people have weird things that they enjoy, right? And it's really about accepting that and owning that and like finding people around that are like you. It's okay to be around your people and not feel like you have to fit into what somebody else does or how they do it, but it's not something that's comfortable for you. So.
Absolutely, and we spoke and it spoke about that here when we said about like just having like finding your community and finding the community that fits for you, right? Because you know, Aquarius is ruled by 11th house, so whatever community works for you, if that is a polygamous community, if that is a fetish community, whatever the fuck you into, baby. All right, go ahead and find it. Go ask ChatGPT how to get you. Make a fucking app, okay? Make that app. Make an app. Make something that's going to make you feel where you could start something new, which was one of the things that it had spoke about.
Yeah, all those apps that are for dating and different things like that. Yeah, that definitely will fall underneath this energy of using the technology to, you know, find your love partner or partners.
There was like this another TikTok. There was a lady that went she did an online dating. She went online dating and then she met the person. It's going like crazy right now on TikTok. And she went and met up with the guy. Everything was fine, right? Public place. The guy, it seemed like he was going home, right? So she's going home, they going home, whatever the case may be. And he calls her when she gets in the house, and he's like, "Oh, I left my keys inside the house. Can I come over until my roommate comes? Because you know, I don't have my keys." So Shorty's like, oh, "Okay, you could come stay over here." You know what I'm saying? Don't know this guy. First meeting him.
Oh man.
And she lets homeboy stay. They having a good conversations in the crib, whatever the case may be. It's getting late. She noticed that he's not saying anything about the roommate. So she was like, "Listen, you could stay in the living room while I go in my room until you figure out what's going on." So she goes in her room. She locks the door. Thank God she locks the door. She locks the door. And by like 2 a.m., kid you not, 2 a.m., he comes knocking on the door. "Hey, do you have a charger? Because my phone's about to die." She was like, "Oh, there's a charger in the living room." So he goes in the living room for like 2 minutes, and then he comes back knocking on the door. He's like, "Hey, your charger in the living room is not working. Do you have a charger in your room?"
You trying to draw her out, yeah.
That woman's intuition came in, and she calls 911. While she's in the room, she got the door locked. And the cops come. He opens up the door for the cops. Like, this is not his house. He opened up the motherfucking door. They instantly like arrest him, right? So the cops knock on the door and knocks on her door. I was like, "Listen, like, we need you to come out and we need you to see what's going on." So she opens up the door and she sees that everything is saran wrapped. The whole living room was saran wrapped, like on some Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. Like he was about to, you know what I'm saying? I can't even say certain words like that, but it was looking like a setup. And then God called the cops.
Wow. Because people are weird. People
ladies, don't be desperate. Okay, don't be desperate. Desperate things will give you desperate situations. And I'm not coming for nobody that does online dating. But just, you know what I'm saying? You got to have discernment. If you just met this person and then you just letting somebody in your house, like, what is, like, you got to, 9 times out of 10, something ain't right.
Read the room before you get in the room. Because, anything can happen and you don't want to be messed up in a situation just because you thought this was the right thing to do. No. Protect yourself first.
Ooh, child. And I heard that. I'm like, man, that's why I don't do online dating, because this world is crazy. And I've met did Facebook online dating for a day. Facebook online dating for a day, y'all. And listen,
that's all you needed.
That shit was crazy. I've met some weird ass people in there. I deleted that shit immediately. Okay, the next day. Stop fucking playing.
You know, I feel like, and another thing, even though there's a lot of technology out here, we need to be in the world, like,
Yes.
Even though all of this energy with technology is around us, let's still be in the world, right? Because that is going to really bring us what it is that we want. If we try to manufacture it through the computer, it ain't always going to give us exactly what we want. We got to experience it in the right way. So be
Let me
mindful.
tell you though, that's true. But people don't be outside like that. And then you
No,
gotta think about it. After the pandemic, people's social skills is crazy. People don't even know they don't even know how to have a conversation.
listen, it happened to me too. I had to break myself. I was like, what's going on with me? I'm usually out here and about. It's like I'm just getting myself back out there and like, all right, I'm gonna go explore and do stuff. But no, that 2020 bit just it messed us all up in some ways that
Yeah.
hopefully, we could break free from it, to say the
So we're
least.
gonna pull some cards. We're gonna pull some cards, y'all, on this Venus in Aquarius transit that will be from December 7th to January 2nd.
Let's see.
Let's see. Oh wait. You wanna go first or me?
Go first. I'm still pulling.
Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, we have here the Ace of Swords. We have here the
Oh my
Temperance.
God. I'm sorry, but this is the Oracle card I got. It looks like the Ace of Swords. That's why I'm like, what?
Wow.
Go ahead.
Also have here the Five of Pentacles. And what I'm getting here, a lot of us is needing to let go of certain things that no longer serves us, like we have is just keep on talking about. Definitely when it comes down to the lack thereof, the things that doesn't make you feel good, the things that kind of hold you back, the neglect, the feeling like you're not good enough, right? The cards here for this transit is the King of Cups. We have here the Sun. Oh, I meant to tell you, Aqua. We can't show no naked cards on the channel.
Okay.
So yeah, the King of Cups, the Sun, and then we have here the Seven of Pentacles. And when I think about the King of Cups, I think about someone here that is very understanding, someone here that listens, someone here that's a good listener, someone here that is very mature. In the Sun, some of you guys are maturing. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles is about investments. Maybe some of you guys are going to be looking at some things that you have been invested in. And if you look at the Seven of Pentacles, it's all about how can you make it work, pulling out the weeds, feeling like you said, right? Reading the background, reading the room. So it's kind of like a lot of us need to start focusing more on what is it that we are looking for, what makes us feel happy, how can we mature in being able to see the things that no longer serves us anymore.
I love it. Very similar to the energy I got. Like I said, I had got this card here. It says the Sword of Light. It looks like the Ace of Swords, but this sword is downward. So, accepting the truth is what I'm getting with that. But this card says divine protection, cord cuts, and breakthrough energy. So you just spoke about that, cutting cords and like really being truthful and honest about how things are making you feel. And that divine protection is because, you're feeling the need to do these things at this particular time because it's the right time to do it. Right. And you have it with the Justice card. It's the right time to do it. Right. I feel like a lot of us have fulfilled a lot of our karmic debts in different ways. And it's time to leave back behind those old stories. Okay. You have the Eight of Cups here. We're leaving behind the old stories. We're leaving behind what we once found fulfilling to us. And we're moving on to the new level, the new thing, the actual thing that we desire. And, the Queen of Swords is here. This is definitely Aquarius energy. And this is being very unforgiving for things that don't serve you any purpose, right? It's like you don't have to feed something that doesn't necessarily do anything for you. I'm trying to figure out how to say that properly, but like the Justice energy with the Queen of Swords is saying, whatever you say that you want, the universe is going to give it to you. So, be be truthful about it. Be honest about what it is that you want. Don't try to lie to yourself. Don't try to make others feel good by you saying or agreeing to whatever it is that they feel, right? It's really about us understanding ourselves and finding our wish fulfillment, because the Eight of Cups is on a journey to find what fills them up, what gives them happiness. And when they don't find it where they currently are, they just move on, right? Not staying attached to things, breaking those cords. And the Page of Wands is at the bottom. I always see the Page of Wands as that new journey, like ready to go every day. It's like a kid excited to wake up in the morning to go to school because they know that something good is going to happen for them, even though they don't know what it is. They're just excited about what the possibilities can be. So be open to that energy, to the possibilities of the possibilities that your honesty brings when you're truthful.
I love that. Definitely with the cutting cords, and then I wrote down when you put the Queen of Swords and the Justice together, I put be careful what you say, right? Because you either you attract it or you repel it. So our words are spells. So at this time, definitely with that air energy, right? Air is all about the word. So it's very important for us to definitely be careful what we say. And then you said the Eight of Cups, and I always look at the Eight of Cups as a Pisces card, and Pisces rules sacrifice. So being able to sacrifice, the things that, and not even sacrifice sounds bad, but it's also good because that means that you're willing to sacrifice the old you to become the new you.
Very important. Yeah, very important. The minute that we leave the old version behind us, it's almost like it never even, not so much it never happened, because when we have something new to fill the void, we don't have to think about what was missing, right? So go after that opportunity, fill your void, fill your cup up with what you want, and be honest and true with yourself about what you like. We get a little bit because that humanitarian, that community energy can feel like you need to fit in at times. You need to be a part of something. But what is it that you're a part of? Is it true and honest to you? Does it feel right to you? And if it doesn't, if there's something that you can change about it, then change, adjust, do what you got to do. But if it's just not fulfilling, then it's not fulfilling. And that is A-okay.
You had said something about the solar plexus, that inner fire, and I pulled up the solar plexus, right? It speaks about the sacral chakra and governing our emotions, emotional intelligence, which that's definitely something here that is a Aquarius type of vibe. Emotional intelligence.
It looks like a solar plexus chakra, and then the sword of truth.
Wow, look, see, and it just keeps on popping up. That same energy. That's crazy. We also spoke about the creativity, right? And self-expression. You spoke about filling that void, right? Filling the void in a positive way, not filling that void in a negative way by smoking, drinking, and stuff like that. That's not activating that chakra. And then relationships popped up. Water element, the sacral chakra is associated with water and represents the flow, flexibility, freedom of expression. So this will be a perfect time definitely for you guys to maybe even down to like meditation, maybe listening to water or drinking a lot of water will be really good. And yeah.
All right. Venus and Aquarius, y'all ready for it? We got like 3 weeks of that energy, so y'all got time to get it all together.
This is very good. I like this, man. I like this. If you guys are liking this, please let us know in the comments. If you guys are finding this very informative, I hope you guys are taking notes. I know I am.
Yeah.
And I'll also revise it. So now it's your turn here, honey. This Mars is...
The last but not least, Mars retrograde. Oh, man. So the one thing I see about Mars retrograde, it was very similar to Mercury retrograde in the respect of things can go haywire, like in regards to like plans you may have set forth in motion or want to get set forth, get started. This energy It's going to last from the 6th of December to the 23rd of February. So this is a longer experience with this time. We have like 2 months basically to deal with Mars being retrograde. And Mars usually is an energy of robustness, fast moving, go getter. I'm going to get started today, doing it now. Very aggressive energy. But when Mars is in retrograde, it's a lot of slowing down, right? It's a forced slowdown. And maybe if you're used to things moving cohesively all the time and you're not really having to think about it at this time, that those things may come up, right? There may be little details that you may miss about how something moves or how something, goes, how it moves forward. And you'll see where you can maybe improve things or, just see where you need to grow, where you need to do some introspection work, because Mars energy is not necessarily, it doesn't think about what's around it. It just thinks about where it's going. So it's given us a moment to actually see where we're going before we even start going. And it's going to be in 2 different signs. It's going to be in Leo and it's going to be in Cancer. And I know Mars energy is usually like Aries energy. So with it being in Leo, that's a very friendly, more it's brother sign, sister sign, fire. In that portion of Mars retrograde, the things that they say we should be doing is reevaluating our actions, like you spoke about earlier, thinking before you speak. If you made a plan to do something, actually seeing if that is making sense still, right? Because you could have made a plan 3 weeks ago, but now when it comes, really looking at it and seeing if that still makes sense for your situation and in your life. And it said inward assertive reflection. So really being like, sometimes we get on ourselves. You may feel at this time where you feel like, not so much you're beating up on yourself, but just those moments of feeling a little bit like, dang, I've really been slacking, right? And really looking at where you've been slacking off at and making those improvements. But then after that, it's going to move into Cancer. And when it's in Cancer energy, that's more so like how this affects your self-expression, right? So still with that solar plexus energy, loving on yourself and expressing yourself in a very loving way, right? And how are you a leader? How, you don't have to be a boss or, a CEO of a company, but we're all some type of leader in our lives or our children's lives and things like that. And seeing how effective you are as a leader in your life, right? Being in the forefront of your own life. And what else here? So your emotional security, that's going to be something. You may have times, like I said, that kind of, I don't really want to say beating up on yourselves, but sometimes we can kind of get on our own selves in a way, be tough on ourselves, right? Feel like we should be doing more, feel like we should be further along, those type of things. And kind of sitting down and realizing that you are where you need to be. That's going to be important, right? What else do I have here? And funny enough, you spoke about this with the Aquarius energy, but they said there could be some like global tension, right?
Yep.
Global tensions can arise at this time. There could be conflicts between you and other people. This could be miscommunication though, right? Because tech issues is also another thing, like in Mercury retrograde, your phone lines mess up, contracts don't go right or they get pushed back and delayed. Those same things can happen with Mars retrograde because, with Mars energy, you're ready to get something started. So that you may find delays and it may make you upset because you feel, again, that you should be further along or something needs to be forced when you don't need to force anything really at this time. It's like just doing the work you have to do and allowing things to happen how they're supposed to. What else did I write here? Oh, so some of the things they said, basically to harness this energy properly, it was saying avoid arguments. Okay. So again, being triggered during this time with Mars energy ready to fight, like, let's do this right now, but really avoiding those arguments and finding new responses or new ways to get around situations that may arise, right? Reflecting before you act, And being conscious of your health patterns and habits is going to be very important at this time. If you go to the gym, you don't have to go to the gym, but if you're somebody that goes to the gym, like really looking at your routine, is this helping me to meet my goals? Like this is a very reflective time about the actions that we take on a daily basis. So, yeah.
Are you still going?
No, go ahead. You good?
There were some things that you had said. What I also noticed about this transit speaks about historical patterns suggest that Mars retrograde can coincide with heightened global tensions and conflicts. So historical patterns, we spoke again about even when it came down to the Venus in Aquarius, about Amazon and Walmart, definitely the whole Walmart situation. Because that's historical. Now you're bringing the fact that they're not going to be catering to women, they're not catering to color, or they're not catering to a certain type of demographic, which is very historical because this is something here that have happened in the past and it's being brought back up again. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, old tactics coming back around. But this is also, like I just said, this is now us finding new responses. You know, before we're triggered by these things. We're triggered when they say that we're not catering to you anymore. But okay, you're not catering to me. Where can I get catered at then? You know, sometimes we can't get angry just because of the first thing we hear. Look deeper into it. Look, there's always layers to things that are said. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
And the crazy thing is, it's when I look into it, this is something here that they possibly have had or they've been felt. It's just being more globalized now. It's being out there now, and they feel comfortable enough to do this. So definitely you hit it on the nail when it came down to that. I know that it says influence of the signs is Leo and Cancer, which is definitely being influenced in this transit. So people who have heavy Leo placements, Leos and Cancers, it is suggesting at this time that you guys definitely need to just look at things differently. And for instance, it says here, Leo, December 6, 2024 to January 6, 2025, Mars retrograde in Leo may affect self-expression and leadership. Individuals might question their creative pursuits and experiences challenge in asserting authority. So Leos, know that when you start to feel this pull, because you guys are going to be feeling that, just try not to remember this is a transit, and how can you go about feeling more better. Maybe this is some perfect time to do shadow work and reflect more on the things that possibly is going to bring it up, because this is good. Don't look at these transits as a negative thing. We need to pull it off. We need to pull the Band-Aid off. We need to heal these situations right now. And that's what astrology is so good for, because we are seeing it before it happens.
You know what I just thought when you were saying that? Astrology prepares you for test day. If you know what the transits are, what's happening in the sky, you can be prepared for when it actually happens. You know what to expect, what's, kind of going to happen with that energy. Utilize it to the best of your abilities. Like, prepare. That's why this information is here. Yeah.
And then it says for Cancer, which is January 6th to 2020, January 6th to February 23rd, 2025, as Mars moves into Cancer, focus shift to emotional security and home life. Okay, there may be a need to address unresolved family matters and personal insecurities.
I was just going to mention that because I forgot to say it earlier. Yes, those unresolved family issues.
So Cancer, you can't be trying to run away from the home. I know I have a cousin. We're not friends no more, but I had a cousin that respectfully did that a lot. She didn't stay in the house. She did exactly what she needed to do to tend to her family, and then she left. She'll be out all day. And I felt that was very unhealthy. That's why we're not friends anymore. That's why we're not close anymore because I'm a very family oriented person. You know, I might not be the most, you know, I got my own issues, but I'm always going to make sure that my family, I'm attending to my family. I'm going to make sure that the rent is going to be paid. I'm going to make sure that the food is going to be on the table. I'm going to make sure that the house is clean. And when people start to avoid that, you're avoiding it because you're trying to stay, like, you know, move away from something here that needs to be focused. You need to face that fear.
Yeah.
So
and
Cancer,
this could be also generational traumas that come up that you realize you really need to break these cycles.
Yep. Where does it come from? What does it come from? How does it make you feel? Where did it come from? Did it come from a mother? Did it come from the mother being absent? Was it from the father? Is it from the father being absent? We got to look at these things and stop running away from it. So Leo and Cancers, you guys are going to be hit the most in this transit.
Yes. But it's going to do good.
Technological issues. You did speak about that, potential disruptions in technical advancements and implementations. And one thing I wanted to say was avoiding initiating major projects. So I'm so happy that we kind of we're going to be doing the master class that we have already kind of put that in now, because after one thing I'm going to tell you guys, this is something here from experience. Huh?
I don't know if you guys hear the honking in my background.
Oh, no, we didn't hear it.
Okay, go ahead.
One thing I've realized is that when this retrograde says and avoid initiating major projects, you need to listen to that, because I had lost a lot of money a few years ago during a retrograde, and I initiated trying to get a house. I got the house, but there was things that I had missed in between. All right. So in the retrograde, if you want to do something here, try to do it before the dates, before December 6th of 2024. Because after that, I wouldn't really, it says avoid initiating major projects. Anything that's very major, you want to just wait until the transit is over, until you are ready to make any type of. Listen, I had lost $10,000 on a down payment on a house because I was moving too fast, and also I had discernment. I knew about the Mercury retrograde, but I sometimes you miss the in between. You miss the contracts, and you might not want to sign contracts at this time of Mercury retrograde. Definitely, if it's something here long term, because there might be some things that are missing.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's interesting. I was just thinking the time frame of when Mars is in retrograde is in the winter season, dead smack like in winter, because winter is our hibernation season. So if Mars is in retrograde telling you to sit down, it's for a reason. Mars, that Aries energy, which Mars is Aries is the ruler of. You'll have that initiation point again once it like the ice thaws. But right now it's telling us to sit down.
Yeah, slow down. Don't be so impulsive.
Do planning during this time. Plan things out. This is a good time to actually see everything you have on your table in front of you and make actual plans for the next moment that you have an opportunity to make a move. So sometimes we're not prepared when opportunities come for us. We are sitting here like, wait, let me get this together. So now that we're not so in this initiative state of starting something or jumping up at something, we have time to step back and look at things, and it's in a bigger picture sense.
Absolutely. So just to I think we kind of covered everything. She spoke, Aquamed spoke about having patience, be mindful of your frustrations, and take your frustrations out constructively, okay?
Yeah.
Constructively, which is hard because when you're angry, but this is a perfect time for us to learn new techniques to how to heal that anger within yourself and wanting to kind of prove a point, or maybe moving very impulsively, which Aries move rules impulse. So just take it easy, take it slow, and revise, rethink about the things before you just move on into it.
Yeah, it'll run smoother when you do it like that.
Yes. So we're gonna should I do you doing an oracle or you doing tarot?
I've been doing kind of both. Pulling one oracle and 3 tarot cards.
I'll
Unless
do
we get a
another.
temporal one.
I'll do another surrender for this for sure. For this one, we definitely want to do a surrender for that one.
Let's see what Mars retrograde. I'll start this one off.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
All right, so Mars retrograde. What do we got for the collective? Lovely. Heart of Source came out. Nice, beautiful, bright light of energy. It says all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. So serenity talks about our peace. Right? This is definitely that time where we need to be focusing on creating that peaceful zone in that Mars retrograde, right? That planning for our peace, for our serenity. And using this time to really treat yourself well so that you're prepared for your next phase. So let me see what else we get with that. The Knight of Swords. See, the Knight of Swords is here. The Knight of Swords want to get up and go. He want to, as soon as he think it, he wanted to be there. And this is, like I said, that we got to slow down. We got to slow down. It comes with the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. This Knight of Swords, he really can't run that fast on water. So I'm getting this energy about really dealing with your emotional health here. How you speak to yourself, how you speak to others, the conversations that you have, like the things that you're also learning and absorbing at this time is going to be crucial to how things flow for you. It's like you're receptive to something, but be mindful of what it is you're receptive to, right? Because the water is very much a receptive energy of taking and absorbing whatever is put into it. And so I feel like this is like an undoing here with this Knight of Swords with his big old sword here. He's like undoing some things to clear out the water, to clear out the well. Yeah. I'm done.
Okay. They want to interrupt. So the surrender card that I got for this transit is surrender to stress. Okay, it says here, take a few deep breaths, right? Wow. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you built up in your body. So breath work, let me write that down. Let go of stress and come back to your center. Okay, so breath work will be very good. Underneath that is surrender to your intimacy. Okay, so shit, I know I have that. I know I got that right there, so I'm too player for that. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening up your heart. Very interesting here. The cards that I got was the Lovers. Can't show you guys that because they're naked. We have here the 8 of Cups, and then we have here the 4 of Wands. So it looks like in this transit also, there is the Lovers it could be friends, it could be family, it could be close people that you work with, and then it's the 8 of Cups. So there could be some people here I'm predicting that you're going to be leaving behind. There could be some people that you leave behind energetically, mentally, emotionally. Maybe after the cord cutting, right? That cord cutting that we spoke about, you guys are cutting those cords, right? With the Lovers and the 8 of Cups. And you're totally like, you have your back towards, because the 8 of Cups has got their back towards the Lovers. So it's like you got your back now turned to the people, these connections that you have had in the past. And you're totally like ready to go into something new. This 4 of Wands, right? This could be some of you guys going into new unions. This could be some of you guys connecting with new friends, new people. 4 of Wands could also be, I look at it as the 1111, right? Where if you break down that 11, it's a master number. And that means that you have to master up. You have to build yourself up. You have to raise your vibrations up. So, some of you guys might see that number a lot, 1111, or that could be one of your numbers. And When I think about that energy, I definitely feel like this is a new portal that we're walking into here. That means that we have to really be able to let go, which we have been speaking a lot about in this whole video about surrendering and letting go and being able to kind of like move on in our life and not try to attach to the old ways, being attached to the ways that we used to be. Oh, underneath the deck, we have here the 10 of Wands, and then we have here the 5 of Cups. So some of you guys might feel also this sense of like, I have done a lot. Some of you guys could be really like reflecting more into that energy of like, wow, I put in a lot of energy. And I always look at the 5 of Cups as like overexertion, putting in so much into things, and then kind of feeling like, you know, it was a waste of time. It was a waste of my energy. But it wasn't a waste of energy. You've learned exactly what you need to learn, and you're moving on and you're going into something new. That portal is opening up for you, meaning that you have to totally turn your back on the old you, the old friends, the old relationships, and be open, right? Surrender to that energy of intimacy, and surrendering to that energy of trying to, I forgot the other one ahead. But just surrender, and the more that you're able to surrender, the more then we're able to be able to let go and move into this new portal.
Yes. I love it. It's all going hand in hand.
Everything about this video, I'm gonna have to read. I took a lot of notes here, so
yes, I'm gonna rewatch it. Definitely.
Listen, you guys, this is the ending of our first session, and if you guys like this, please share with a friend. We definitely will be back on probably after this retrograde, you know, since it talked about that, but we always gonna give you guys some good, you know, bangers, so you guys could be able to really tap in more. I took some notes. So here's some homework if you guys want it. You know, Saturn is all about that structure.
Yes. Let me get my note out.
Solar plexus. Okay, the solar plexus, very interesting here. I have this on, and this is literally carnelian.
Oh.
This is carnelian here.
Yes, definitely solar plexus.
Right, and it's literally in a circle, right? Like it's wild. I haven't worn this in a while.
Sun energy. Look, it's all in alignment, baby. It's all in alignment.
Emotional intelligence. Okay. I also got cutting cords. Okay. So some of you guys definitely at this time need to cut some cords. Be careful what you say. Okay. Sacrifice came up. Feeling the void, but filling the void in more creative ways. Okay. Starting new projects. Coming up with creative ways to do and filling that void, keeping yourself busy. Planning, right? Planning will be really good, right now. Planning for the 2025. Maybe some of you guys need to get a planner. Okay. Very interesting. And be prepared to be triggered from your inheritance. And when I mean inheritance, meaning like what you have been inherited with, and then also being able to determine if that inheritance fit you for this life right now that you're going into. Because just because you have been inherited with trauma doesn't mean that you have to bring that with you to this relationship, or you've been inherited with a disease or mental illness doesn't mean that you can't get that fixed. So be open, definitely, for Cancers and Leos at this time, to be challenged in a positive way, because you guys do need to do that shadow work, and we all need to do the shadow work. Maybe some of us need to look at our chart and look at where is the Leo placements and the Cancer placements in our chart, so we could be able to really heal that as well.
Yes. I agree. I just want to say one last thing, guys. You guys got this. Don't let, like she said earlier, do not let any of this stuff like seem scary. Sometimes we speak about it and it's in heavy ways, but just learn. It's what we're here for. We're in school. So you know,
Yeah.
the test is coming up. Pass the test, and you'll go on to something new.
This is 𝖎𝖓𝖋𝖆's channel. Her YouTube channel is 𝖎𝖓𝖋1234 Tarot. Okay. Instagram 𝖎𝖓𝖋1234 Tarot. And if you like, and you would like to donate and invest in her, this is her Cash App, 𝖎𝖓𝖋1234. Okay. And if you would like to book a reading, this is her email right here.
Yes. Contact me. I'm here for you.
Also, we have the Patreon, which me, 𝖎𝖓𝖋, a lot of the people that was on here is on, and we are a power team. We're like, and it's getting even better. So make sure that you guys can. This is my Instagram, PW Collections LLC, and that is my Cash App, Parry with 2 eyes, 1, 2, 3. And please make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. I also would like to just say again, me and 𝖎𝖓𝖋 will have a masterclass that is coming up, okay, January 18th, 2025, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? If you liked how we broke down these cards today, imagine what we're going to be breaking down that day, okay? I would love for you guys to do it. Men, you guys could also make a lot of profit. For the most part, men in the tarot game is making more money than the females.
Yep.
So
get on it.
Get on it, men. Okay. And the reason why I even got into tarot was because I wanted to know more like business, like who I should get into business with, who should I be in business with, who should I deal with relationships wise. Okay, so this is a guidance. This is guided. And if this does really well, which I feel like it will, I highly recommend that you guys will invest in that second masterclass that we will be doing in probably the spring equinox, which is the perfect time, which is the new year. But other than that, that's all I have. I know we've been here for an hour and 17 minutes. Is crazy. We said we was going to do it for like 10 minutes.
All right.
That did not happen, but this went really well. This is our first time doing this, and once again, we just manifested this. We said we was going to do it, and we did it.
I love it. We got more to come, guys. Don't y'all worry.
More to come. So please make sure you guys share. And until next time here, thank you so much, 𝖎𝖓𝖋. Thank you so much for putting in that work. Thank you so much for the collective.
Thank you.
With this, and this was very informative.
Yes.
All right, you guys. So we're going to